Hey man, it's a tornado, man. We're in a tornado. Oh, shit. At least 16 lives have been lost, and dozens more injured after a powerful tornado tore through the St. Louis, Missouri, and Kentucky on Friday, May 16, 2025. When I say I was just in this shit, y'all, west side, man. I'm talking about tornado just hit me, too. Footage captured during the storm shows roofs being peeled off buildings, trees uprooted, and debris scattered across streets. The National Weather Service confirmed that a tornado touched down near Clayton, Missouri, causing significant damage to structures and power lines. Over 5,000 properties were affected, and more than 115,000 customers were left without power by Friday night. Stick around till the end of the report because the damage is far beyond what you might think. Yeah, my son, minor injury, but God, we could get another car. The tornado came through my car, y'all. Look at God. Ay, Dios mío. Ay, I'm prepared. Oh my God. It wasn't just one tornado. It was a swarm. A system so violent, so unpredictable, that it brought entire counties to their knees. The first reports came in from Clayton, a suburb known for its tree-lined streets and quiet neighborhoods. What locals saw next was unlike anything they'd ever witnessed. A massive, churning tornado touched down in the heart of the suburb. Trees snapped like twigs, cars were tossed. And then the funnel moved east, directly toward downtown St. Louis. By the time emergency services could react, entire neighborhoods were in ruins. In University City, homes were reduced to frames. In Forest Park, debris littered the historic grounds. The St. Louis Zoo sustained visible damage and closed through the weekend, though, miraculously, all animals and staff were safe. But the human toll couldn't be avoided. At least 7 people were confirmed dead in Missouri, and 17 more were injured and rushed to local hospitals, some in critical condition. One of the hardest hit areas was the Central West End, where buildings shook, windows shattered, and power vanished in an instant. In Roosevelt Town apartments, residents described lights flickering, walls trembling, and then the silence. The kind of silence that only comes before everything falls apart. Then came the roar. Debris filled the air, slamming into vehicles and buildings alike. Thousands of residents lost power. Over 115,000 customers were in the dark by 4:30 p.m. City workers took shelter in the basement of City Hall, as radar confirmed a tornado moving directly toward the northern edge of downtown. And it wasn't over. The National Weather Service issued a rare high-level tornado warning, calling it a particularly dangerous situation. It was in place for over 1 million residents across Missouri, parts of Illinois, and even New Jersey. Towns like Marquand, Saco, and Steelville found themselves in the path of destruction. Hail the size of baseballs rained down in some areas. Flying debris was everywhere. Radar showed clear debris signatures over Clayton and Forest Park, suggesting EF2 to EF3 level damage. Though final assessments from survey crews are still pending, the evidence is undeniable. This was a major tornado outbreak, and it wasn't isolated. In Fenton, just southwest of St. Louis, a funnel cloud was spotted. A second confirmed tornado touched down near Des Arc. Meanwhile, intense thunderstorms battered southeastern Missouri. Counties like Iron, Madison, and Crawford were all under tornado warnings. In Cape Girardeau County, barns were flattened and trees stripped bare. In Scott County, the sheriff reported entire homes gone. The damage stretched from Van Duzer to rural towns like Miley and Sidon. Residents were urged to avoid southern parts of the county as emergency crews combed through rubble, looking for survivors. The house moved. I'm getting TikTok famous right now. TikTok famous. What? The devastation only deepened. Major stretches of the Metrolink light rail system were shut down due to debris and power loss. Buses were dispatched to carry stranded passengers between stations like Maplewood, Manchester, and the Central West End. Businesses and institutions across the city shut their doors. The Missouri History Museum and the Shakespeare Festival in Forest Park canceled events. Craft Alliance, an arts center on Delmar Boulevard, suffered structural damage. Even the set for the outdoor production of Hamlet was torn apart by the storm's fury. Across state lines in central Illinois, dust storms created by high winds caused a separate emergency. Entire highways, Interstates 55, 74, and 39, were closed due to near-zero visibility. Illinois State Police warned of life-threatening driving conditions. Power was out for thousands in McLean County as a result of the sustained winds. But it was St. Louis that bore the worst of it. At its peak, the storm system left nearly 150,000 without electricity across Missouri and Illinois. The city was placed under a level 4 out of 5 severe weather threat by the Storm Prediction Center, just one step below the highest category. The original concern had been hail, but by 2 p.m., meteorologists knew tornadoes were inevitable. This the streetlight, Bo. Yeah. Uprooted. Bust my windows out. Lock bridge down. That couch right there. It says where I get 300, 400 pounds, but I did 200 pounds.